Every Sunday we do this. 30 days to go to the next election, and Zimbabweans have to decide how the country is going to be governed. Tonight, I want to focus on what the candidates have been up to in the last couple of days, so I'm going to get into that very soon. What has Chamisa been up to? Why did he travel? Why did he find when he traveled? Why has Emmerson Mnangagwa been traveling to? Where did he travel to? Why has he been traveling? And what is it about these two leading candidates that made them travel? And we're going to talk about this just now. Election. My election observer, mbeda yanzwa nekukwirwa nema election observer nyika yese asi unoona mwarukwira ndege amona kudhambisa ndege dzacho here but chabata nyaya kuti ndege dziri kukwirirwei vamwe vachikwira mbedha nema stage nema chimwe chiri kukwirwa nguva yema election vari kukwira makomo kuti anamate makomo anzwa nekukwirwa kuti anamate man, okay. Let us deal with some of the big news that's been taking place this week. Olinda finally married Titan. I mean, Olinda finally got it. Like, Olinda finally... So we all know Olinda proposed to Titan. Sorry. We all know that a proposal happened between Titan and Olinda, okay? This proposal led to Rora, okay? We all know Olinda went on to pay her own. We all know that Titan went on to... We all know that Rora eventually got paid between Olinda and Titan. And Pangapani nya Rora yake. And then we know who the hands go about what we know that the wedding happened in Zimbabwe, not in England. Because you know Chakaragira Zimbabwe. Oyanema pounds. Omaita 1:1 menu. You buy one, get another one for free. Sakama pounds, we know the mchato wakabadora nema pounds. That much we know. Kulima pounds ndani. We don't know. We don't know about pounds ndani. But we also know Titan anga ugara ku England. Avaita overstay visa. Avazo dzoga. Sakutu dzokere ku England. It's complicated ku England. Udzokere ka wagadzirisa mapepa. Vanogara ku England vanozonyaya mapepa. Inotemesa musoro nyaya mapepa. Nyaya mapepa haite ku England. Unogona kutakurwa kana nebhazi reimmigration ukatwa mubhazi kudzokera kunyika kwako. So, mapepa atinga agadzirwa manje. Now Olinda and Titan, the story can be a beautiful story. People keep saying, why am I hating on Olinda and Titan? Guys, how am I hating on Olinda and Titan by saying congratulations? They're a celebrity couple, one of Zimbabwe's biggest celebrity couples that were I mean, thank God to Stana. Stana made this celebrity couple, because if it was not for Stana, we would not know Olinda, and if it was not for Olinda, we probably would not know Titan. Oh wait, no Titan. Okay, maybe we would know Titan, but we would know Titan Baba. Yes, Baba Titan. Olinda. Baba Titan. So Stana wasn't invited. I wasn't invited. I can tell you Dion wasn't invited, because states are just going to invite off to divorce yacho. Sakatipo as nezo avaskutida, but you know, congratulate her because in nengo zenyika. So congratulations. People should stop attacking Olinda. I actually don't like it when people attack Olinda. I think Olinda is living her best life. So let Olinda live her best life. I think Titan is living a best life. Titan at Simba, atone dumbu, ane masuru musuno ndakona picture chitakuriso mabegi 100. Now Olinda. Because so I absolutely support this couple. I love them both. I think they're great people. It's because so yeah, congratulations to you guys. I wish you all the best. Speaking of trolling, you know, Ruveneko had a very difficult time this last week. So for those of you who follow Ruveneko on Twitter, what happened on Twitter is Ruveneko akauya akataura nyaya yekuti maZimbabwe hamusina kubata financial management, hamusina kubata financial literacy, dzidzai yekuti mari inoshanda sei, because dauta madhire mari mai maZimbabwe akati hande mukaka. maZimbabwe akati naye Ruveneko akanzi Ruveneko baba vako, akanzi Ruveneko amai vako, akanzi Ruveneko musoro wako, akanzi Ruveneko zvese zvako, apese pako Ruveneko pese pakashata panonaka pasinganake pese akatukwa Ruveneko. And what was the whole fight about? The whole fight was about Ruveneko shouldn't give an opinion about the country because her father is part of the problem in the country. So I don't know why Zimbabwean we behave this way. Why is, I don't know, do we think maybe it makes us feel better? Like, that we've trolled somebody. I mean, I really don't get it. I honestly don't get why Ruveneko had to be subjected to such attacks. You know, but I'm sure Ruveneko so she was, you know, really a subject of a lot of attacks. I think I jealous. You know, I think I've always said, I have never seen anybody doing better than me speaking down on me. It's always people under you who are looking up to you, because what happens is when we see success around us, it makes us feel a little more comfortable if everybody comes down to our level, because then we feel like misery has now got company, so we're okay. So I'm sorry to Ruveneko for all the attacks she's been going through. I'm very, very sorry. I see there's a lot of comments happening, so guys, keep writing your comments. I guess I can actually read them while we go. Somebody says, "Munu uyu ane mweya upi wacho upi ane mweya ndi stana ere ane mweya ndiri titan ere ane mweya ndi olinda ere ukutara kumweya kuti ari kufema mweya kupfura vamwe ere kuti kana ari kutofema ka anotombotorera vamwe mweya wekufema mukutaura ani kuti ane mweya." I don't know. Ruramai says, "I will marry you, AC. You will not marry me, Ruramai, but shouts out to you. Thank you for all the love you always show to the program. AC unenge unorwara though. Well, again, chikuru kufema, nyango ndichirwara. Okay, these comments are really coming in. Okay, maku poda. Koya TV ka. Ulumana kutopoda. Ulondipine pa TV ndakapeka face nenge face ye baskoro indapa chidududu. Of course, ndrozoro shetiro itori nemnandira makeup otoyatira haircut zvitori zvekumberi ena wakambona kupiwo kuitwa TV yavanhu ndinongondiradza zaromboenda pa TV napo audiwo zvako pa TV pacho anyway Lumumba. Okay guys, anyway, so we got to get on with the show. I just wanted to touch on some of the latter issues. So politicians are now on this thing. You know, politicians are going around, they're doing a lot of TV. I was in South Africa last week. Now, understand the difference. When I go to South Africa and you see me on all those interviews, let me make this categorically clear for those who wonder how this happens. Number one, I don't ask to go on TV. They ask to have me on TV. Number two, the reason they ask me to go on TV, a lot of people don't know this, I am probably the highest paid political consultant in this country. The highest paid. There is nobody who gets paid more than me to do this thing that I do. Samunozona pa Facebook atengeta kutongotambawo nditori ne company inotoudza vanhu vakuru kuti politics dzinoshanda sei. Observer muri kunzwa anoya muZimbabwe achitolenda andotsvaga Lumumba mufunge ndonotsvagawo nevanhu vakuru ndonovaudza wotondibhadhara neforeign currency saka ndenge ndichideidzwa kunzi ndikurukure. However, I also realized kuti mapolitician anokumbira kuenda pa TV. Look at this guy. This is one of the presidential candidates. Mboonayo mashura ndoonereyo mashiripiti.
What kind of a monster and a bastard Mnangagwa is. And then besides that, I would like to warn Acie Lumumba to say, you being a young person Zimbabwean who has happened to have access to steal our money. Acie Lumumba, I'm warning you that you should behave and eat that money you stole for now. The issue of grandstanding is like you are the pop star of Zimbabwe. We're gonna clip your wings very soon. I want to.
Hold on. We're gonna play this one more time. Listen to this circus of a human candidate. Please.
Of a monster and a bastard Mnangagwa is. And then besides that, I would like to warn Acie Lumumba to say, you being a young person Zimbabwean who has happened to have access to steal our money. Acie Lumumba, I'm warning you that you should behave and eat that money you stole for now. The issue of grandstanding is like you are the pop star of Zimbabwe. We're gonna clip your wings very soon. I want to know what kind of a.
So, that is the president of ZIPP. His name is, I don't know his name. I don't care what his name is, but I want to respond to him. So hang on, I'm going to respond to him. Let me respond to you again. Unopega. What craziness is this? How are you going to go on international TV and say some of the dumbest? I mean, Pasidavo. Oh, anyway, so that's one of the presidential candidates. So he goes on TV and he tells the whole world that and apparently Lumumba enjoyed the money you took from us. Yo, no to money. Makamutariza munakapfeka bhachi rinenge rine mabhechu. Ani munangana nemari uya. Ukapfeka bhachi remabhechu anenge anati vasekuru nokumusha noskadi wakagara pagrowth point. Ufamba uchiti Acie Lumumba took your money. People need to stop this, guys. Ndakambopera andikubvuma. I agree. Ndakambopera kupepera kupepepe du. Ndapedzwa nezano PF. But izvo ndadzoka komana ndiri fiti. So please don't send kutora mari yevanhu ndinobhadhara for basa randirotoitawo mufunge. Ndosaka mungona mazuva ano ndakana GoFundMe. Do I have a GoFundMe? Have you guys heard me saying anything about GoFundMe? Not even once. I don't have a GoFundMe because now I am well funded. Okay, so what I learned, however, a very important thing I learned while I was in South Africa about politics and the way Zimbabweans look at politics is when you are in South Africa, this is what you learn about South African politics. South African parliament is full of the Julius Malemas who we talk about all the time. It's full of the Jacob Zuma is out now. The Cyril Ramaphosa who we talk about all the time. The other political party, it's full of these political parties. But I was having a conversation with this white businessman in South Africa. And this white businessman says to me, oh, how is politics in Zimbabwe? You know, if you are Zimbabwean, everywhere you go, the first thing you have to do when a conversation begins is you have to defend your country. If you're Zimbabwean, anywhere you go, ukangokwira ndege, ukangolenda mu England myamya, ukangolenda kunosvika kubaza, uchingosvika, unoita kunge zvinonzi utori spokesperson weZimbabwe because unovhunzwa kunzi, so what's going on in Zimbabwe? Pafeya chaipo chaipo, you don't know, but because ukutaura nemurungu, unovana kuita chi? Kunge you know. So I'm speaking to this white businessman, he's telling me, and then it dawned on me that how come white people don't care that much about politics, but yet their lives thrive better than Zimbabweans or black people who are obsessed with politics? Why is that? How do we get to that place where you've got so many black people obsessed with politics, white people barely obsessed, but they are absolutely thorough in benefiting from politics? So it became clear. I then understood how it works. We are so concerned about getting people into office. White people are more interested in you making up your mind, and once you get someone in office and they're at the top, white people will simply say, who is at the top? We are dealing with that person. So they've minimized their headaches. I headache yedu say, akumana maboiti nenamo. Yekuchuza kuti ndiana achazoita MP, ndiana achazodi. So they have way less a headache than we do, and that's why I think that's what I learned while I was in South Africa. So let me go to the candidates. I said in the caption, Nelson Chamisa is in trouble. Nelson Chamisa is in trouble. Now, but this time, the trouble is actually not Thokozani Kupe. Thokozani Kupe is no longer a problem for Nelson Chamisa, actually. The trouble this time is not even Emmerson Mnangagwa. Emmerson Mnangagwa is not the problem for Nelson Chamisa this time. The problem for Nelson Chamisa this time could actually be more people who are watching this program than it is anybody else. And I'm going to talk about some diary events that happened this last week, but let me talk about what the President Emmerson Mnangagwa was doing in the last couple of days. So we know that President Emmerson Mnangagwa decided to take a trip to go to Tanzania. Help me understand, anybody. Why would President Emmerson Mnangagwa choose to make a trip to go to Tanzania? Why didn't he go to Somalia? Why didn't he go to Ethiopia? Why didn't he go to Nigeria? Why didn't he go to Ghana? Why, before the election, perhaps the last trip he makes as a foreign engagement, Why would he choose to do that to Tanzania? Why? We don't do much trade with Tanzania. We have a very small presence in Tanzania. Tanzania has a very small presence here. Somebody tell me, why would President Emerson Mnangagwa go to Tanzania when he is 30 days to an election? Chiwengwa Mavangira is in the building. And Chiwengwa Mavangira says he went there because he wants to. Very fair point. Very fair point. Ko president wenyika unendege nyika unogona kuda neusurukuda. Very fair point, Chiwengwa. But wrong answer. But very fair point, Chiwengwa. Somebody says he went there because Chamisa was in Israel. Okay. Somebody says he went there. Even a special minister, sparky. What is sparky? Those sparky say style. Kana makandiwa no ita one. Makandiwa no ita. Magaya no ita one. Kana makuru no guru jawa ita one. At the end, maybe because you wanted to know $100,000. Okay, so let me tell you why. Did he donate $100,000? Hey! Uza kumwacha kufarisa. Uza kufarisa. Sulitika hombo tika uri mbawa bye. Wapina mbawa mune njapisi. Wakagara ukutandara nenjapisi. Japisi yo kuzoti homwe mako mariri moyo imari kana yepoloni yevana. Homwe mune mari yepoloni yevana but mbawa makazara njapisi. Apa ku the other side of the bawa kuone macheya white kuna genius. Obona genius ari kupa mababy doro ravada avari kunwa doro zvinorwadza ari kutenga ari uko jinimbi handiti iwo wakagara wakasaronwa nesquad renjapisi wodze level rako japisi wadzadza kuda masavana amarula Jacob Daniels chichichi handiti saka baby uda Jacob Daniels iwewe hauna mari except mari yepoloni yevana yekuisa mtaki. Hopo ngoita manyemwe. Baby nobody baby what are you drinking? Apa ngotoro watara society so. Hana iri kurowa very fast pa uri kufunza. Baby what are you drinking? Baby what I'm drinking Jacob Daniels. Baby roda Jacob Daniels yo hana yakuto yakutoro fast ngemna kutenga chingam. Marovera kuti hana. Hopo Jacob Daniels no problem. Bring for her Jacob Daniels. Hopo baby Jacob Daniels. I think those are president. President was Tanzania. Vakaona maoko vakaona mazino anopfurira nye murikudei toda 100,000 hana because bond inoshandisa nyika inoshandisa bond note muda 100,000 china masa uri kupi china masa abauya nezuda rake vapi 100,000 vavasiri 100,000 bond note vachazosara vhunduka kuti hapana zvarinoita president arova pasi. But so, the reason the president went to Tanzania is when Magufuli came into office, he was considered by the continent as the most progressive thinking, revolutionary mindset we now had on the continent. The guy went straight to the heart of corruption. Magufuli is the African leader who understood that corruption was no longer a sport that would be acceptable. He streamlined his government so that they were spending less. Magufuli is like the big brother akarora. Udakuno muvunza uri naikana waku gara nemukadzi mumba. Zvasiyana sei nekugara nemukadzi anenge he went to Tanzania to take concept from Magufuli because Magufuli ndiye ato godfather we Africa panyaya yekudya mbichana. Atingati haasi kudya because hakuna munhu anozoti haasi kudya ngoba iwe hausi kudya. Hakuna anozoti haasi kudya. Zvamufanira varume wenyu vanoti hatichachita. Hakuna anozoti haachachita zvamuchose. Anongochitirira. You see, you can make your man, you can't make him stop cheating, but you can make him so I think that's why the president chose Tanzania, because it's a strategic place to go and learn what Magufuli is in Tanzania. is what Zimbabweans continue to ask for every day. When you listen to Zimbabweans speaking about the type of leaders they want, the type of government they want, Magufuli is actually one of those. But very importantly, Magufuli came up the ranks the same way President Emerson Mnangagwa came up the ranks. This is a man who came up from the political structures that understood the Tanzanian liberation struggle. Now remember, Tanzania did not have to go to war like we had to go to war, but they had to go through the same struggle as far as the harsh negotiation of how do you transition power. He's a transitional president who's transitioning Tanzania from a place of very still progressive, because under not Kenyatta, the Tanzanian president was Kikwete. Under Kikwete, it was still moving, but what they needed to do was to literally turn the page into a new dispensation. So I think that's why he went to Tanzania. But while he was in Tanzania, he left the country in the hands of General Gouveia. Now, if you want to mock and say, how is General Chiwengwa going to perform, or how did he perform as an acting president? Okay? General Chiwengwa was left as acting president of Zimbabwe. This is like a little practice rehearsal. Kutana General Chiwengwa va president. Nika inenge chita say. So what did General Chiwengwa do with his acting presidency? He actually proved valuable to President Emerson Mnangagwa. Let me help you understand. I'm going to get to Chamisa in a minute, but I want to give you context and background to what is happening in ZANU-PF. General Chiwengwa held rallies every single day while the president was away. But the key strategic rallies he held, number one, he went to Harare Central constituency. One of the hardest places for ZANU-PF to break in this election is Harare. I have always said Nelson Chamisa will be a whitewash in Harare. You will take every single seat in Harare. Nelson Chamisa will do a whitewash. Kutora kwese mo Harare. Why did I say that? Because Nelson Chamisa is the candidate who people who have a conscience and have a brain are going to be looking at. So when we Harare vanofunga a little more advanced than on Kumarua, avanyengedzwe ne sweetie because avasi kutsvaga sugar daddy, vari kutsvaga muna asiri sugar daddy and so opposite sugar daddy but achikupa something but asiri sugar daddy pamwe blesser saka avasi kutsvaga sugar daddy vari kutsvaga blesser like. So this is what I always used to say. But General Chiwengwa understood, and he's now breaking the back of MDC. This is the beginning of why MDC is in trouble. General Chiwengwa went to Acadia. I'm trying to bring up some pictures of Acadia so you can see what it was like in Acadia. The reason why Acadia is a strategic place to go to if you're going to be in Harare Central. Linda Masarira, you all know Linda Masarira. She's running for Harare Central. She's been going on and on about a family in Acadia that's been thrown out of its house after 26 years of having lived in there. There were water problems. General Chiwengwa went to Acadia and filled the Acadia community hall to capacity with colored. Coloureds have always wanted one thing in Zimbabwe. Namo ye makaradi yanga iri chinhu chimwe mu Zimbabwe. Namo ye makaradi yanga iri yekuti tinodawo kunziwo tiri maZimbabwean. Makaradi were suffering from the complex of like vanama bastard. Wakambona vana vemumusha vekuti vana vekunze kwemusha. Saka vana vari kuchemera kuti kunzwo tiri vana va Lumumba. Asi kuramba tichingonzi tiri vana vekunze. Tira kunzi tiri vana veLumumba. Even though Lumumba ane mukadzi, even though I'm a small house, even though I'm a girlfriend, but can you also say tiriwo vana veikoko because takabuda mutsinga dza Lumumba. Vana ava vakabuda mutsinga dzeZimbabwe. Urume weZimbabwe makaradi. So vari kucomplaina makaradi madhara musi kutonawo. So the colored community in Zimbabwe has only ever been after one thing. Can you recognize as an equal player in this country? That's why you see my ID is Emma Karadi. The ID of a colored national would say alien, 00. And coloreds for the longest time have protested against this to say, can we have our IDs with our name? Yes, because makaradi paanopinda kwa register. Tobayo amdeda anovunza kuti sabhuku wako anonzani? Dololo. Chief wako anonzani? Dololo. mbuya vako vakazvarwa kumusha kupi dololo saka oba ati iwewe atikambokuti une kumusha saka 00 pa ID alien is your status. This is what General Chiwengwa effectively fixed. The first strategy was when the registration process for the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission began. The 00s were allowed to be registered, okay? The smart thing that ZANU-PF propagated for was my 00 should be allowed to register to vote. So they were allowed to register to vote, but they were still aliens. Do you understand me? Yes, mabvumizwa kunzora ita kukubvumidzai kuti pa kumba kwana Lumumba munogona okunbonopota mchikumbira chingwa asi mchiri vana vekunze. Now what General Chiwengwa essentially did when he went to Acadia is he removed the one thing that the colors had a problem with. Now understand something very crucial about Harare Central. It is the constituency that controls Braeside, it controls Eastleigh, it controls Cranbourne, it controls Hillside. He has essentially taken the very middle heartbeat of Harare Central. Yatorwa, now yakutonzwa, ichuya kuchisoja. Saka makaradi ese, avana ve masoja, vavakadzi vava masoja, vavarume zese, makaradi atorwa de masoja. So this is, I think General Chiwengwa did a fantastic job to go to Harare Central. Makaona tuwasikana toka nakata tuwa picture, tuwa bullet mdara. Aiwa amtatama makaradi to Jackson. Unozenozi hexagon simbi inocheka dzimwe simbi. Oh mwana usikana kanaka zokuru unodoka mtarisa soka. Unongona kusika kumbaka utarisa mukadzi wako zokuri but mwari sei mujinipanisha kwese. Mundishaisa mari, mundishaisa munakanaka. Aiwa tonga tiripo zatoto bulletin, tiripo ma bulletin. Twakunzi tuma bulletin. Ukona msikana kanaka nonzi bulletin. Ukamona ari kana pa engoye, you know that the 2 o'clock. You know so oh look at your 2 o'clock, get your 2 o'clock. Look at the 2 o'clock bulletin. Bulletin iribana 2 o'clock. So General Chiwengwa went there. I think he made great progress. He also went to Harare North, where Madambo is contesting, and I think that's a whitewash now. General Chiwengwa is actually now adding political value to President Emmerson Mnangagwa. My biggest concern with General Chiwengwa is I just could never understand how the man was going to add political value to the president. I could understand what the Anwaya saying in Mambama. But before we criticize General Chiwengwa, may I remind you all that this man, when he was in Form 2, akasiya zvichikoro, akadisana ndakononda zvehondo. Vamwe vari Form 2 vari kusiya chikoro kunda zvenhumbu. Vamwe vari Form 2 vari kusiya chikoro zvembanje. Iye murume yakasiya chikoro ari Form 2 kunoita zveukasha, zvengoma dzezvipopopo. So shout out to General Chiwengwa. We now have a new Zimbabwean ambassador in the UK. For the people who live in the United Kingdom, we now have a new ambassador in the United Kingdom, retired Colonel Katsande. He is the new Zimbabwean ambassador to the United Kingdom. I'm trying to pull up a picture where you can see him shaking hands and being accredited, submitting his credentials to the Queen of England. Na Queen. Pandeana England. Na Queen. No. Na Queen baba. Kweuru nengo wapeka jacket rako ero refu nenge rafata. Wakabata bepa rako rema credentials uchikwazisana na mambukadzi. Colonel Katsande retired musoja wakanosangana na mambukadzi Elizabeth ku England. Tana ambassador Munyowani, why am I telling you this and why is this important? For those of you who don't know who Colonel Katsande is, let me give you a background. During the military days, this man was part of the special forces in Zimbabwe. These are the men who were in the command councils and command rooms of the military movement of Zimbabwe. These are the men who applied their concept and thought to how are we going to make sure kuti mambama no kwanzana ne varungu. Avasa kumangazira wakomana vezvibhakera. Vanga vakomana vairwa nepfungwa. Are we still alive? Vairwa nepfungwa. Colonel Katsande comes from a background of Varume Vairwa Nepungwa. Very smart man. When we transitioned into government, he was one of the first youngest government officials to enter the Zimbabwean government. Why would he be so important for deployment for President Emmerson Mnangagwa? I will tell you why. His last job, he was the second most senior civil servant in the country, not by age, but by rank. He is the former Deputy Chief of Staff in the President's office. He deputized Mishek Sibanda. Mishek Sibanda is the Chief of Staff in the President's office. He's also the President's brother, so the bond there is very tight. Second to Mishek Sibanda, the only reason that perhaps Colonel Katsande was not Chief of Staff is because Mishek Sibanda angachirangabada panonaka. But Colonel Katsande is absolutely capable of running a country. Why would you take this man and deploy him to the United Kingdom? Because he understands two things. Colonel Katsande understands where the relationship broke off with England. Because angari kuhondo, patika vakuhondo, angari mumunyadze kunyora, zvinyoro, zvainetsa, Zimbabwe ne England. Secondly, he understands where England is trying to go. And his job is to be the bridge between Zirukuda Zimbabwe, Zirukuda ED, Tambo yacho epakati yaya, vaisa buru rinodonza. So that's why Colonel Katsande has been sent there. For those who don't know him, I'm sure you're going to familiarize with him more when you what he is there. ZANU-PF is now entering its full gear mode. For those people underestimate, you know, ZANU-PF say vachiya kumarali vakawanda, vanobva kupi, neushara kwaita ZANU-PF. ZANU-PF chidonza akomana, chidonza chaicho chaicho. Unoya ZANU-PF ka ine mshonga. ZANU-PF ine mshonga. Because I have no other explanation of how ZANU-PF does this thing except ine mshonga. Because mazona hiyana torowa vanhu marovero ayo ayaya. Marovero munomazia ayaya. They've just given, the campaign vehicles are now in the country. All their campaign regalia is now in the country. Okay, that yanga eri mota. That is ZANU-PF yanga eri mota. Zime mota dzese dzaigumira mugia 5. ZANU-PF inopinda mugia 10. Saka izvezvi dzimwe mota dzese dzakuremerwa dzapa churu. Because wakamona kuti kana churu start kana uchienda kana kudriving school, churu start. Kana uri pachuru, mota haidi uri pachuru kuti utangire uri mugia 5, unoita sei unozvambuka wakachedza unge nharira wakanodonha kuzasi. Saka haidi mota kuti upinde mugia 5, inoda uri mugia 1. ZANU-PF inopinda mugia 1, igoti 2, igoti 3, igoti 4, igoti 5, iripo pachuru study pipe. So ZANU-PF has now entered the point where they now unleash the muscle and the power of US dollar. And they are going to spend way more than everybody. Wait and see the avalanche of resources that's about to be on the street. This is where ZANU-PF becomes brutally difficult to beat. If you look at ED just before he left for Tanzania, he was in Kariba, where he just launched the housing units in Kariba. People keep saying, oh, ZANU-PF about the Chapa Zimba, ZANU-PF about command housing. You take a look at the houses that were just put up in Kariba. Those houses did not take 2 months to build. Not 2 months to build. They're up, and I think there's about 300 of those units, and ZANU-PF is now in gear. Because remember, I told you in the other episode, Emmerson Mnangagwa is not going to win because of what he promises. He's going to win because of what he delivers. Whereas Nelson Chamisa, if he wins, he's going to win because of what he promises. The battle between the two candidates is about one creating a new promise and one delivering. That is the fundamental difference between the two. One must do a big delivery, one must do a big promise. So that is why when people look at ED, they're looking at what has ED done. When they look at Chamisa, they say, what has Chamisa said? This is the difference between the two of them. Now, let me talk about why Nelson Chamisa is in trouble. The man is in trouble. The man is in trouble. He's not out of the game. Nelson Chamisa is not out of the game. He's just in a lot of trouble. Let me help you understand why he's in trouble. No wonder he knows he's in trouble. He knows. That's why he went to Israel. Kutombono namatirwa nekwakabva Jesu kwacho, because akanoti minamato yacho inoda kwapa mwato ba Jesu. Nelson Chamisa has the same problem ZANU-PF has. ZANU-PF does not understand how to separate the party from the state. So inofunga kuti party ndo government. Nelson Chamisa does not know how to separate the church from the party. Anofunga kuti china chitendero ndo party. Zvakatosiyana ishe woye, zvakatosiyana. You went to Israel. You spend most of your time taking pictures. Kunge mwana kurokesheni auya kuHarare, pita town for the first time, atengero hembe dze Christmas, akufamba achipozera hembe dze Christmas. Kwete baba, when you go to a country like Israel, understand you're talking about the financial capital of the world, the media capital of the world. Israel occupies within it. Apart from the fights it has with Palestine, which are a big contradictory to the message of MDC, by the way. MDC says it's a democratic party. Israel is the country that is bombing Palestinian children every single day. So, apart from the fact that going to Israel is the wrong undertone, Israel is the country where you go to find the finest technology in agriculture. Israelis are pretty much living in a desert, but they're the best they're the smartest agricultural developing country. They develop most of agriculture, the agricultural technology that the world uses today. They have some of the best mining institutions today, yet they don't own a single mine. So you go to Israel, there is an incredible skill set that is in Israel. This is who you should have been talking to, the smartest people, getting cash, monomai, ungati sho urimskana. Waenda kupati vari kumana mamillionaire hobude mumuza kana phone nyowani hobude mumuza kana kugara muleda sofa wotokwira kombi kubva ipapo kana wasvika mudhara pane huchi. When you are pane huchi unofana kudzoka uchi ndaenda kune huchi ndatora huchi ndadzoka nehuchi. So I think you missed the ball, but anyway, you're back from Israel. That trip cost you money. It didn't make you money because the Israelis, if you wanted to make money from them, they have a godfather. The Israelis in Zimbabwe, the Jewish community in Zimbabwe have a godfather. Just like the Chinese do, just like the Indians do, just like the Russians do. You were supposed to be handheld by the godfather when you got to Israel, and that should have given you better fortunes while you're in Israel. But you have now started the dollar campaign. The only reason Chamisa is now starting the dollar campaign, mark my words, MDC has run out of money. There's nobody to give the money. MDC is so broke. They can't afford to put a newspaper article as an advert. So broke. They can't afford fuel for their motorcades to drive anymore. They can't afford to help their candidates who are contesting in the elections. They're so broke, they're asking you, in fact, I want to help. How do you do? Those who support MDC, how do I give money? Huh? How do I give you money? It's on the screen. Show me. How do I give money to MDC? I want to show you that I don't hate Chamisa. Finish. Okay. I'll show you guys. I'm gonna give some money. I'm gonna show you that I actually like Chamisa. I like Chamisa. I want to see him do make payments. Make payments. Mentioned. Is it mentioned? Huh? Mentioned. Amount. Zvukupa mari. Mentioned code. So mentioned code was 204. This 861. Is that it? Mention code. Submit. I'll bring it to the screen just now. Nelson Chamisa Trust. Why don't you trust the good is Marika? Done. Submit. There you go. Just bring that to the screen. Mono Zushua. No more Chamisa. Oh, yo. Yapina meona. Namkandro something. Mahona, Namkandra something. It's okay? You guys got it? You got it? Okay. So, yaenda waya kuna kumanelas. Zazoti. Did we get it? Okay, good. Okay, so that's my Yangu. I've sent $100 to the Nelson Chamisa Trust with love from ZANU-PF. Tadi campaign ito murai because Nazora nakumira mushi. I like Nelson Chamisa. I've always said it. I like Nelson Chamisa. I think he's a great guy, and I like the guy. But I just think he's made a lot of tactical errors, and now he's in trouble. you are in trouble, Nelson Chamisa, because you're doing a couple of things wrong. And this is why I wish people would be constructive instead of attacking. I don't hate Nelson Chamisa. I've just given Nelson Chamisa more money than I give my side piece. But on one hand, I don't want to confess I have a side piece. On the other hand, I really give my side piece way more money. So I've given him more money than I don't give my side piece, who I don't have. Who I don't have. So, President Nelson Chamisa, you are in trouble because of a couple of things. People who are on this platform, this is why I say there's people on this platform who could be failing him. There's a lot of people who are saying CCC. Number one, who you're not even registered to vote. But yet you're going to be talking about Chamisa and Gavote, you're just not registered voter. I understand the logic and the reasoning if you're not in the country. But even if you're out of the country, can you show the love that you have for your party, for your president, by doing more than me? How dare you let me sponsor your president more than you? So when people say is Chamisa an ED project, is Chamisa sponsored by SANU-PF? Why? It I pray in the country the country so why the phone a week now. I can't so those who do support Nelson Chamisa, I think, put your money where your mouth is. Support the guy, but right now I think he's in trouble. If I had to rank it right now, yesterday, maybe one week ago, Nelson Chamisa was close. But right now the gap is opening. Guys, it's not because I'm ZANU-PF that I'm saying this. I'm trying to give you a balanced analysis. I do this for a living to very important organizations who pay me lots of money to be able to do this. You get it for free. Nelson Chamisa is the best candidate to go after ED. But right now, he's in trouble. Why is he in trouble? Because he is the only superstar on the stage. He's the only superstar. ZANU-PF is throwing all its superstars, even if they're not as big as MDC superstars, they're throwing them. ZANU-PF, you see Chiwengwa is out campaigning. Terence Mukupe is out doing the Terence Mukupe thing. Achimbo rasika, achidzoka, achirasika, achidzoka, achirasika, achidzoka. Terence Mukupe aringe mwana aneshavire kuhura. Anohura, but achida mundu wake, achihura, achida mundu wake. Saka ndoza kacha wina tera biti acharohwa na Terence Mukupe. Mark my words, biti achachairwa na Terence Mukupe. Kuchairwa chako chako unge marara, because akuda zvekutamba. ZANU-PF is deploying its superstars. It's deploying who else is ZANU-PF deploying? Ana Superman Wanzira, very busy on the campaign trail. Ana vamwacho andura kuvataura bantu kukangana manje kuti tamuzondura avasi muZANU-PF but vari kusponsor neZANU-PF saka muvungora avasi vedu but vari vedu saka ndotora mazita avo but andakanafadzai maere vari kupusha mababies eZANU-PF mwana wedu fadzi no love lost. Fadzai Maere has literally the best political campaign running in Harare. The girl is doing fantastic work for those who live in Mount Pleasant, okay? I like Jason, not Jason Timber. I like Passad, the ZANU-PF candidate. He's a good friend of mine, he's a good brother of mine. But if I lived there, I would definitely vote for Fadzai Maere. Put that on record, that Lumumba said it. Why would I vote for Fadzai Maere? Because she's a ZANU-PF baby, like me. We will vote for her for different reasons. I'll vote for her because she's a ZANU-PF baby. No, deep down her blood, because the blood of ZANU-PF, but well done to Fadzai, great campaign. Well done to Terence Mukupe, another great campaign. Well done to Joanna Mamombe from MDC in Harare West, great campaign. Deploy your best assets, Nelson Chamisa, but concentrate your assets. Concentrate your assets to where you are actually going to win. The single biggest problem you are having as MDC is your assets are not concentrated. You are spreading out too wide. You were in March Central today. You think you are the crowd. Mark my words. You will get nothing from March Central because March Central nyangwe zvidini, ropa ravo, tsinga dzavo, ndedzo ZANU-PF. But kune kwa mune strength, accelerate Ikoko and consolidate Ikoko and add, reaffirm where you are already strong. Nelson Chamisa, get into Harare. Spend your time in Harare. Spend your time in the urban areas. Spend your time in Bulawayo. Harare has a million voters. Bulawayo, South, Mat North, area this is Dana Wangezo. Kune njimbo zekuti MDC you could really be accelerating on, but muda kuzvispread out wide. Muda wange munhu anakizwa nekuridza mabhendi. In MDC wange vanhu mabhendi anakizwa nekuti aridza mabhawa akasiyana siyana. Kwete nekuti aridza bhawa rine mari. uraona mabawa akasiyana sana muchakwarira mabawa emomo zvisinei vana vezimbabwe 30 days to go to the next election. In the next election, I'm going to start a series where I will be bringing candidates from different political parties running from the same seat. We will be breaking down their stories right here on the Lumumba Files election series. But as always, before I go, I must give you a little narrative of where I think things are going. Chitima chirikufamba. Chirikufamba chitima, kurikufamba bullet train, rikufamba bullet train, rikufamba bullet train, Chamisa bullet train, rikufamba bullet train, rikufamba nemagetsi, rikufamba nemagetsi bullet train, rikufamba paside pe chitima chitima cha Chamisa. Pane train senzi michishona. Nduze train matrain aidi anopinda chi train ko inonzi Marasha, pane train Marasha iri kufamba, train Marasha iri kuti day nana day. Apana pa bullet train ya Chamisa iri kufamba. Vari kufamba matrain ari kufamba ari maviri, matrain ari kufamba ari viri, dambudziko wani raitika ndire kuti wani iri kuitirwa muhope, wani iri kuitirwa parodi. Vaya vari kuitira parodi vobva vahwina because vari kuita zvinhu zviri practical kwete zvemafanisi. Zano PF inoita zvinhu zvinobatika. With that said, see you tomorrow, and as always, head bowed.
Minister and the bastard Mnangagwa is, and then besides that, I would like to warn Acie Lumumba to say, you being a young person Zimbabwean who has happened to have access to steal our money, Acie Lumumba, I'm warning you that you should behave and eat that money you stole for now. The issue of grandstanding is like you are the pop star of Zimbabwe. We're gonna clip your